Hey guys, another late night video after work. So I just have a little rant. I've been seeing, I'm not gonna say names because they're friends of mine. Well, one's a friend of mine. But I was just on Facebook and I was seeing a post between girlfriend and boyfriend. Guy seems to think that girl can't talk to any guys or talk to any of her exes at all, even platonically. And I agree with her. In a true and honest relationship, like I have with my husband, we can talk to whoever we want. My best friend is a guy. And he's even offered me to go and drive up to St. Joe on one of the worst days of the year for me, who also knew this guy who passed. And, just spend the day with each other. Never felt threatened by him at all. And he knows I talked to some of my exes. We're still friends. I mean, I don't have feelings for them. I haven't had feelings for them in a long time. And in a true and honest relationship, to have trust for one another, you have to be able to let them talk to who they want to. If you have the password to their phone or their social media or whatever, and you get to see these messages between them, and they are innocent, they're not saying, oh, let's go meet up somewhere in Frak. Well, or they're like, okay, here's a cooch shot. If they're not saying stuff like that, it is an innocent response to somebody. If they are just talking innocently like friends, it's not considered cheating, let alone should you feel threatened by it. And it's unfortunately common in this day and age where couples think that neither should talk to the opposite sex. And that's not how a relationship works. If you want to trust one another and respect one another, you have to be able to assume that when they talk to the opposite sex, or have coworkers they're friends with the opposite sex, that they're still going to come home to you at the end of the night and they're still going to love you and treat you right, instead of, assuming that they're out with these people having sex. I guess it would be the best way to do it. But in reality, if the conversations are innocent, then what are you fucking threatened by? I don't get it. My husband talks to girls all the time. I don't feel threatened by them. They think I feel threatened by them, but let's be honest, I'll break them like a fucking twig. I don't feel threatened by other women. I don't have to. I know my man loves me and he's committed to me. So why is it that other men have that insecurity that they think this beautiful woman is going to go up and walk away and go have sex with somebody else? The girl is having innocent conversations. If you were having an innocent conversation with a woman, would you expect her to react the same way? Or would you expect her to say, okay, well, this is an innocent relationship. I don't see anything wrong with this. Or would you want her to say, oh, well, now you're going to go fuck her, or, talk to her instead of me? No, you shouldn't be saying stuff like that. You should see the conversation's innocent and move the fuck on. There's no point in blowing up about an innocent relationship with an old friend or an ex, who happens to be of the opposite sex. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as the conversations are innocent and they're not sexual. I mean, if the person doesn't have feelings for that person, why are you making a big deal about it? I didn't comment on this girl's status out of respect for not wanting to get in between the two of them. I mean, I subtly liked all of her posts, trying to let her know I was on her side at the same time of not wanting to get in the middle of it by making a comment that he was going to blow up on and shit like that. I don't need that in my life. I've got enough issues. But, so out of respect, I didn't comment. But I made this video about it. Because it's not just their relationship. There is plenty of relationships out there that work the same exact way theirs does. And that's not okay. That is not a relationship. That is not love. If you love that person and you're willing to give your life for that person, you're not going to throw it in their face that, oh, you have to buy this stuff for them or pay these bills or they're talking to so-and-so. It doesn't matter. Because if you are a team, it shouldn't matter. And you talking to somebody else shouldn't matter as long as they are not talking in a sexual way. If she's showing that she has no feelings for him, she's just talking to him, or vice versa, you shouldn't feel threatened. You should just let it go, or do the responsible thing. Ask about the relationship, or ask about the conversation first. You know, there's probably an easy response for the conversation. Like what happened the other day with me and my husband. He found a text message on my phone. I didn't tell him about the lady who was coming over. And so he was asking about it. And I told him. I said, there's a voicemail on my phone from her if you want to check it out. He didn't. He trusted me on it. But, you know, if you just ask instead of blowing up about it, there's nothing to worry about. Alright. Those are my thoughts on that subject. You guys have a wonderful evening.